friends. Today I have a story for you. This story is called Drum Dream Girl. I want you all to take a minute to look at the cover and let's think what we think the story is going to be about. So take a look at the illustrations, the title. What do you think the story is going to be about? Using clues from the title and the illustration, I'm thinking the story is going to be about this girl who's sitting on the hill. And I see that she is looking up at the moon. And on the moon is a drum. And then I think back to the title, Drum Dream Girl. And I'm thinking that this story could be about a girl who has dreams of playing the drums. What do you think? Is that what you think the story will be about? I guess we will have to read to find out. As we read, I want you to be thinking about what your favorite thing to do is. One of my favorite things to do is to run. So as I read this story, I'm going to be thinking about running and how we're going to have a discussion at the end of this book about what our favorite thing to do is. Okay, let's get started. Drum Dream Girl. How One Girl's Courage Changed to Music by Margarita Engel and Rafael Lopez. On an island of music in a city of drum beats, the Drum Dream Girl dreamed. Of pounding tall conga drums, tapping small bongo drums, and boom, boom, booming with long, loud sticks on big, round, silvery, moon-bright timbales. I see lots of drums. But everyone on the island of music in the city of drum beats believed that only boys should play drums. This is a stereotype. A stereotype is when people put other people in a category or group. So specifically, this is a gender stereotype because they are saying that boys can play drums but girls can't. So in this type of stereotype, they are saying that girls and boys should act in different ways and should like different things. When I think about gender stereotyping, an example that comes to mind that happens in our world is with newborn babies. So sometimes, or a lot of times actually, when someone knows they're having a girl, they buy lots of pink things and they get gifted lots of pink things. And if they find out that they're having a boy, then they buy lots of blue things and get gifted lots of blue things. But who says that boys like blue and girls like pink? Girls can like blue and girls can like pink, and boys can like blue and boys can like pink. So that is another example of a gender stereotype. Can you think of any other gender stereotypes that you've seen happen around you, or any stereotypes in general? You can keep that in mind as we read the book. So the Drum Dream Girl had to keep dreaming quiet, secret drum beat dreams. At outdoor cafes that looked like gardens, she heard drums played by men, but when she closed her eyes, she could also hear her own imaginary music. When she walked under wind-wavy palm trees in a flower-bright park, She heard the whir of parrot wings, the clack of woodpecker beaks, the dancing tap of her own footsteps, and the comforting pat of her own heartbeat. At carnivals, she listened to the rattling beat of towering dancers on stilts. And the dragon cling of costumed drummers wearing huge masks. At home, her fingertips rolled out their own dreamy drum rhythm on tables and chairs. So Drum Dream Girl isn't allowed to Drum Dream Girl isn't allowed to drum, right? So she's finding other ways to make drumming noises, like rolling her fingers on hard objects. Let's see if we can make that noise. Can you all find a hard object that you could roll your fingers on? I'm going to use this book. Let's try it out. It does sound like drums a little bit, right? So she's doing this in substitute of playing the drums since she's not allowed to play the drums. And even though everyone kept reminding her that girls on the island of music had never played drums, it seems like she's picturing a drum in a cage. Why do you think she's doing this? I think that she is seeing her dream of playing drums in a cage because she's not allowed to do it. So this is her dream, and this is the cage. And the cage is the people on her island preventing her from playing the drums because she is a girl. That's what I see. Do you see something different? The brave Drum Dream Girl dared to play tall conga drums, small bongo drums, and big, round, silvery, moon-bright timbales. So, do you think she's actually playing the drums in this picture, or just dreaming of playing the drums? How do you know? I think she's just dreaming of playing the drums because she's floating in the sky, she's about to touch the moon, the drums are floating. That doesn't really happen in real life, right? And as we know, girls aren't allowed to play drums on this island. Her hands seemed to fly as they rippled, rapped, and pounded at all the rhythms of her drum beats. Her big sisters were so excited that they invited her to join their new girl dance band. So I see that her sisters are playing the saxophone, the guitar, the trumpet, the violin. So girls are allowed to play other instruments on this island, they just aren't allowed to play drums. I wonder why that is. What do you think? But their father said only boys should play drums. Let's focus on their emotions in this picture. How does Dream Drum Girl and her sisters look? They look very sad to me. They look like they really want to play drums. Their dad, what do you think his emotion is? To me, he seems to be very serious about not allowing them to play drums. So the Dream Drum Girl had to keep dreaming and drumming alone. Until finally, her father offered to find a music teacher who could decide if her drums deserved to be heard. I wonder what changed her father's mind. What do you think? I think her father changed his mind because he loves his daughter very much and sees how much she wants to play drums. And he wants to make that happen for her, even if it means breaking the island stereotype. The Drum Dream Girl's teacher was amazed. The girl knew so much, but he taught her more and more and more. So even though Dream Drum Girl couldn't play drums, she still tried to learn as much as she could about it because she was so passionate about it. And she practiced and she practiced and she practiced. What do you think is going to happen? Do you think she's going to be allowed to play the drums in front of others? Let's find out. Until the teacher agreed that she was ready to play her small bongo drums outdoors at a starlit cafe that looked like a garden. Wow! She is going to be able to play her drums in front of others, where everyone who heard her dream bright music sang and danced and decided that girls should always be allowed to play drums, and both boys and girls should feel free to dream. So Dream Drum Girl broke the stereotype on her island, and everyone agreed that yes, girls should be able to play drums. Why shouldn't they be able to play drums? Girls and boys are equal to each other and should be able to do the same things. So remember that I wanted you to think about an activity that you really like doing. For me, I said my activity was running. So how would you feel if someone told you that you couldn't do your favorite activity because you were a boy or because you were a girl? I would feel really, really sad, and I would think that is not fair. Boys and girls should be able to do the same things. Do you think you would fight this like Dream Drum Girl did? If so, how would you fight it? I think I would try and fight this, and I think I would do similar things as Dream Drum Girl and just keep trying to run as much as I could and try and show people that girls can run too or boys can run too. So, this book is actually based on a true story. So I'm going to read the historical note to you all. The poem was inspired by the childhood of a Chinese African-Cuban girl who broke Cuba's traditional taboo against female drummers. In 1932, at the age of 10, Milo Castro Zaldariaga performed with her older sisters as Anaconda. That's the name of their band. Cuba's first all-girl dance band. Milo became a world-famous musician, playing alongside all the American jazz greats of the era. At the age of 15, she played her bongo drums at the New York City birthday celebration for U.S. President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, where she was enthusiastically cheered by First Lady Eleanor Roosevelt. There are now many female drummers in Cuba. Thanks to Milo's courage, becoming a drummer is no longer an unattainable dream for girls on the island. So now everyone in Cuba is allowed to play. If you want to hear Milo Castro Zaldariaga's music, I can write her name on the screen, and you can look her up and hear her playing the drums with her band or by herself. There should be videos on YouTube where you can actually go and listen to Dream Drum Girl drum. Well, thank you all for listening to this read aloud. I hope you enjoyed it. Bye.